Yo, what's going on YouTube? Coming back at you with a little cardio conversation. I guess that's a good name. I was thinking cardio confessions, but cardio conversations sounds better because I'm not confessing anything today. So cardio conversation. So I had a question today about fat loss. So we're going to talk about fat loss, how to do it, as far as your exercise goes, because there's more than just exercise that goes into fat loss. But as far as your exercise goes, the question was, what's better for fat loss? Weight training, so lifting weights, or cardio? So the short answer is weights. Okay, weight training is going to be better for fat loss. And I'll tell you why. Most people, especially people who are novices, people who are new, if they say they want to start to lose a little body weight, fat loss, they're going to hit cardio. They're going to do more cardio. Okay, maybe they're lifting weights already, maybe they're not. Probably not. They're probably just going from zero to something. And most people are going to say, I'm going to go do some cardio and try and lose some fat. That's fine. That's good. I'm not saying cardio is bad. I actually think cardio should be part of the conversation. Cardio conversations today. I'm doing cardio right now. But if you're going to do, here we go, up in that load a little bit. If you're going to choose one or the other, or you're going to prioritize one or the other, weight training or cardio for fat loss, you need to prioritize weight training. So again, let me tell you why. Let me back up before I even say that. Cardio will burn more calories. So if you do, let's say you do 60 minutes of cardio and you do 60 minutes of weight training at the same intensity, right? You're not doing cardio at a higher intensity level than your weight training. If they're equal intensity levels, all right, all things equal, you will burn more calories doing cardio than you will weight training. Obviously, different kinds of cardio, different types of calorie burns, but we're just talking generalities right now. So, same intensity level, same time. Cardio will burn more calories than weights, okay? Weight training. But the difference is when you're done with your cardio, you're not going to get a whole lot of increased metabolic burn after the cardio is over. Whereas with the weights, now you're not going to get it the first time you do it, but it's consistent weight training where you're able to build muscle over time. If you're able to put muscle on your body from weight training, your metabolism will increase, okay? Because muscle is more metabolic than muscle tissue, okay? Is more metabolic than fat tissue, meaning it requires more calories to sustain themselves, okay? I always like to point out examples of what I mean. So if you train like somebody, or like a characteristic, or like a style of athlete, you're going to start to look like that style of athlete. For example, how many of you have seen a jacked and muscular marathon runner? I never have, and you probably never will. Okay, how many sprinters are muscular? A lot, right? Think Usain Bolt. Okay, very muscular male, right? Different types of cardio, okay? Long, slow distance, okay, like a marathon, right, versus a 10-second sprint and a 100-meter dash. Different types of cardio. Same thing with a bodybuilder. They have a certain physique because they train a certain way. So if you train a certain way, your body will begin to look that certain way because your body's trying to become efficient at what you're doing. So for a marathon runner, they're very skinny, right? Because more muscle that you have, it is more difficult to get oxygen to all of that muscle and to continue to exercise in a long, slow distance run. Whereas if you're skinnier, you have less muscle, and it's easier for the oxygen to get to the places it needs to go and continue with the exercise mode. Whereas a sprinter needs to apply a lot of force. Okay, rate of force production and force capacity are huge factors on sprinting, right? You get down in your sprinter stance, you're on the blocks, gun goes off, and you need to explode as fast as possible off the blocks, creating a lot of force. So how do you create a lot of force? Well, you need muscle, okay? And then obviously bodybuilding or any kind of weight training sport, you're gonna put on muscle because you're training. So back to the original question of, what burns more calories, or what's the best way to lose body fat? Well, the reason that people who have muscle, like your sprinters, like your bodybuilders, like your athletes, typical, strength sport type of athletes, they can eat a lot more, and they need to eat a lot more because the muscle is burning so many more calories at all hours of the day, whether you're active or resting, okay, sitting, sleeping, all those things. Muscle is, like I said, more metabolic. So if you want to lose fat, you need to spend at least an equal amount of time with your weight training to cardio ratio. Meaning if you're going to go to the gym for 60 minutes, at a minimum, I think it should be at least 30-30. 30 minutes cardio, 30 minutes weight training, okay? Obviously, the more advanced that you get, I think it should end up being a higher ratio of, and even for beginners too, but it depends what you like, okay? But a higher ratio of weight training to cardio, I think will be beneficial. So if it's 75-25 percentages, or if it's 80-20, 90-10, okay, or like I said, 50-50. You're not going to lose any fat if you do stuff you don't like. So you got to find that balance of what you'd like to do and what you're able to do as far as time commitment goes. If it's twice a week or it's 5 times a week, there's a lot of variables that go into what I'm talking about right now. So, but like I said, you are going to burn more calories with the same intensity of cardio than you will with the weights. So it's beneficial to add that cardio in because you are going to get a little bit higher caloric burn for that amount of time that you're doing cardio. But the weight training builds muscle on your frame, and that extra muscle, like I said, is more metabolic. So for example, the just general example that's always given is if you can add 10 pounds of muscle, which is not necessarily easy to do. So 10 pounds of muscle, 1 pound of muscle is about 50 extra calories at rest. So 10 pounds of muscle is 500 extra calories at rest every day. And there's 7 days in a week, so 500 calories per day, 7 days in a week, 3,500 calories extra being burned at rest. Okay? And just so happens that 3,500 calories is roughly 1 pound. Okay? So there you go. If you can add 10 pounds of muscle, you're going to be able to burn an extra 3,500 calories, or roughly 1 pound per week, just by doing nothing. Whereas the cardio is not going to give you that. So it's like the tortoise and the hare type of deal. You can, burn your way to extra calories every day, and doing cardio, and you will burn calories, and you will put yourself in a caloric deficit, which is the most important part. But if you're not doing the cardio, then you're not burning the calories, because cardio doesn't build muscle, which is the marathon runner example, because they're constantly doing cardio and they don't have any muscle. Whereas the bodybuilder is lifting weights and they build a lot of muscle and they have that caloric burn every day. So muscle doesn't just fall off your body. It's going to stay on there for a while. So even if you don't lift for a day or 2 days or a week or 2 weeks, whatever, your metabolism is increased. It's revved up for a while. It's not going to go away in a day. Whereas if you're only doing cardio and you decide, you're going to take a day or two or a week or 2 weeks off, then you don't have that extra muscle on your frame, and you're not burning those extra calories at rest. So it makes a difference. But like I said, ultimately the best combination of cardio and weight training is going to be what you enjoy. So find some kind of combination of weight training and cardio that you enjoy, and be consistent. That's the biggest thing. You can come up with all these perfect plan and this and that, and it looks great on paper, but if you don't execute, if you don't actually put in the work, and you're not consistently doing it over a period of time, you're not going to see results. So it is not just the idea, it's the execution of the idea. So find something that you enjoy, make it realistic for yourself, and execute, okay? Put in the work. It's not a 1 day or 2 day thing. It's not a 1 week or 2 week thing. Depends how much you're trying to, change your body. It could be, maybe it's just 1 month. Maybe you're only trying to lose a couple pounds. All right? Maybe it's a whole year. All right? Maybe you've kind of never taken your health serious before and you're trying to make a big change. So, I used to always tell my clients, especially the people who had, big weight loss goals. And of course, everybody wants it right away. Everybody wants it yesterday. But you got to put in the work. So I always tell my clients, if you could lose 1 pound a week, okay, over the course of an entire year. There's 52 weeks in a year. If you look back over, say you start today, and 1 year from now, you look back, hey, what'd you do in the last year? Oh, I lost 52 pounds. That's awesome. Okay, but a lot of people don't want to do 1 pound a week. And realistically, if you have a lot of weight to lose, there's a good chance that you could lose more than 1 pound a week. But low and slow is the way to go. Fast and crash, probably not the way to go. Anyway, I've talked long enough. Cardio Conversations is wrapping up. So have a great day, everybody. Make good choices and stay healthy, happy, and see y'all next time. Coach Rothermel, over and out. Yeah, buddy.